installing your Sinister 7.3 cold air intake. Disconnect the ground cable on both batteries. Also, disconnect the positive cable on the driver's side battery. Remove the battery cover on the driver's side battery. Using an 8mm socket or flathead screwdriver, loosen the intake hose clamp in front of the crankcase vent housing. Disconnect the filter flow sensor wire if your vehicle is equipped with one. Release the two latches to remove the intake filter cover along with the first section of rubber tubing. Remove the air filter. Remove the intake air temperature sensor from the intake box. Note, it doesn't need to be unplugged. However, be careful not to damage the sensor. Using an 8mm socket, remove the 4 bolts and the lower half of the intake box. Using an 8mm socket or flathead screwdriver, install the gray silicone boot onto the intake of the vehicle. Using one of the factory intake box bolts, loosely install the intake support bracket and the intake air temperature bracket as shown. Install the intake tube into the silicone boot. Then install the provided support bracket and hand tighten the bolt. Push the intake tube off of the intercooler tube while tightening the support bracket with an 8mm socket. When finished, be sure the intake tube does not come in contact with the intercooler tube. Using a 13mm socket or open-end wrench, tighten the bolt securing the intake tube to the support bracket. Using an 8mm socket or flathead screwdriver, tighten the hose clamp to secure the intake tube in the silicone boot. Install the intake air temperature sensor into the bracket that was previously installed. Install the provided intake filter onto the end of the intake tube and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Using the provided zip tie, secure the filter flow sensor plug to other wiring so it's out of the way. Reinstall the battery cover and reconnect both of the batteries. Congratulations! Your new Sinister 7.3 cold air intake is now installed.